Have you ever met someone who quietly changed everything you believed about love, not through flowers or promises, but through patience, through small acts of kindness that ask for nothing in return? This story belongs to Anna Petrovna, a 42-year-old woman from Moscow. She was successful, confident, and tired. After a failed marriage and years of routine, she had convinced herself that love was just another illusion. Love, she'd tell her friends, is like winter, beautiful, but temporary. Then one day, an invitation arrived, a short cultural exchange program in the Philippines. She didn't go for romance, she went for sunshine, but what she found there would quietly change her entire idea of love. Her first morning in the Philippines was like stepping into another world. The air smelled of mangoes and salt, children laughed from the distance, vendors called out greetings, and strangers smiled like old friends. At first she thought it was just politeness. But the warmth she felt wasn't surface level. It was soul deep. People didn't hurry, didn't argue, didn't pretend. It was in this new rhythm that Anna began to breathe again. And one sunny afternoon in Cebu, while wandering through a small market, she stopped by a fruit stall that would change everything. Anna stepped off the plane in Cebu and was instantly enveloped by warmth, air thick with flowers, sea salt, and rain. The city was alive, vibrant colors, bustling markets, and easy smiles from strangers. In Moscow, life was gray and reserved. Here, it was a riot of color and connection. She wandered markets, drawn to the chaos and laughter, feeling like an outsider but welcomed all the same. On the beach, the turquoise water and fiery sunsets brought her a peace she hadn't felt in years. The rhythm of the ocean calmed her. The kindness of strangers softened her edges. For the first time, Anna felt the cracks in her armor begin to widen. Cebu was more than a destination. It was an invitation to feel. At Carbon Market, Anna's journey shifted. Struggling to pick a mango, she met Marco, a vendor with a gentle smile and patient advice. He offered her a perfect mango, not as a salesman, but as a friend. Their conversations grew, small talk about fruit, stories of family, dreams of a simple life. Marco's kindness was quiet, his attention genuine. He gave her a seashell, found on the beach that morning, a humble, heartfelt gift. Anna, used to grand gestures and hidden motives, was moved by his sincerity. She returned to his stall, drawn by more than just the fruit. Each interaction chipped away at her defenses. In Marco's presence, Anna felt seen, not as an executive, but as herself. The ice around her heart began to melt. It was a small spark, but it was real, and it was just the beginning. Marco's approach was panliligaw, Filipino courtship built on patience and respect. He never rushed, never pushed. Instead, he offered small, thoughtful gifts, ripe fruit, fragrant flowers, unique shells. Each gesture was a quiet promise, a steady presence in Anna's daily life. He invited her to meet his family, not with pressure, but with gentle sincerity. Anna was welcomed into a home filled with laughter and warmth, not judgment. She saw Marco's kindness reflected in his family's embrace. Courtship here was a community affair, about trust, respect, and belonging. Anna realized love didn't have to be dramatic to be deep. The slow, patient unfolding of their connection felt more real than any whirlwind romance. It was about building, not chasing. For the first time, Anna felt safe letting someone in, and she found herself wanting to stay. Anna saw the stark contrast between Moscow's ambition and Cebu's gentle pace. In Russia, life was a race, success measured in status, love in strategy. In Cebu, relationships mattered most. Joy was found in family, laughter, and simple pleasures. Love wasn't a firestorm, but a steady flame, nurtured with patience and care. Marco's way was about giving, listening, and serving. Anna realized her old life left her exhausted, always chasing, never arriving. Here, she learned to be still, to savor happiness as a journey, not a goal. The Filipino spirit of trusting life challenged her need for control. Letting go was terrifying but also liberating. Anna was learning that peace could be found in surrender. Anna turned to her journal to make sense of her transformation. Each evening, as the world outside quieted, she found herself drawn to the blank pages, searching for clarity in the swirl of new experiences. At first, her entries were detached, simple notes on the heat, the constant noise, and the unfamiliar customs that surrounded her. She wrote as an observer, keeping her emotions at arm's length as if distance could protect her from the overwhelming change. But as the days passed, her words softened, her handwriting loosening, as her heart did. The journal became less a record and more a companion, a safe space to explore her shifting feelings. After Marco's seashell gift, she wrote, "It's worthless, yet I can't let it go. This small thing, given freely, means more than I expected. Why does it make me feel so full?" she wondered, surprised by the depth of her own reaction to such a simple gesture. She began to question her old metrics of value and success, realizing that what she once measured in achievements and possessions now felt hollow compared to these moments of genuine connection. Meeting Marco's family, she saw a different kind of richness, one found in laughter, in the warmth of shared meals, in the easy togetherness that filled their home. It was a wealth she had never known. Her diary became a confession, a place to admit her longing for connection and the unexpected strength she found in vulnerability. She wrote about her fears, her hopes, and the slow opening of her heart. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Marco sat beside her in silence. No words were needed. The quiet spoke volumes. In Moscow, silence had always felt like failure, a void to be filled. Here, it was comfort, a gentle space where she could simply be. She wrote, "I'm used to love being a storm, wild and consuming. But what if it's meant to be a quiet harbor, a place to rest and feel safe?" The thought lingered, soothing her restless spirit as she watched the tranquil waters. Her journal mapped her journey from isolation to belonging, each page a testament to her growth and newfound openness. The woman who once prized independence above all was learning the quiet power of letting others in, of sharing her life and her heart. Anna's soul was thawing, page by page, as she allowed herself to embrace the peace she had always sought but never found. At last, she was finally ready for peace, a peace that came not from solitude, but from connection, acceptance, and the gentle unfolding of her soul. The true catalyst for Anna's change was Marco's family's unconditional warmth. She was welcomed not as a guest, but as one of their own. Marco's mother showed love through food and gentle gestures, breaking language barriers with kindness. Anna found belonging in simple rituals: cooking, sharing stories, laughter. The children's trust and affection melted her last defenses. The community embraced her. She was no longer an outsider. The walls around her heart dissolved, not by force, but by steady kindness. Anna came seeking escape, but found a home. When Anna's visa expired, she had no choice but to return to Moscow. Yet, as she walked through the airport gates, it felt as if she was leaving a piece of herself behind in Cebu. Her heart, her dreams, and her hopes all seemed to linger in that distant city, far from the cold, familiar streets of her hometown. Back in Moscow, Anna tried to slip into her old routines, but the life she once knew now felt strangely hollow. The endless meetings, the pursuit of ambition, and the city's constant rush. All of it seemed to have lost its meaning. She felt like a stranger in her own life, disconnected from the things that once drove her. The only things that brought her comfort were the small gifts Marco had given her, each one a reminder of their time together. Their daily video calls became her anchor, a lifeline that kept her spirit afloat. Every message, every smile shared across the screen made the distance feel a little less daunting. Meanwhile, Marco waited in Cebu, patient and unwavering. He believed in their love, trusting that Anna would find her way back to him, no matter how long it took. After months of emptiness and longing, Anna made a life-changing decision. She resigned from her job, sold her apartment, and packed her life into a single suitcase. It was a leap of faith, a choice to leave behind everything she knew for a chance at something real. Anna wasn't running away from her past. She was moving toward what truly mattered. With every step, she felt lighter, as if she was finally walking toward her own happiness. Her return to Cebu was quiet and unannounced. There were no crowds, no fanfare. Just Marco, waiting patiently outside a small chapel, his eyes filled with hope and love. There were no grand speeches or dramatic declarations. Instead, there was a simple, grounding touch, a hand held tightly, a silent promise exchanged in the fading light. In that humble seaside chapel, with the gentle sound of waves as their witness, Anna and Marco made a vow. It was a promise spoken not in words, but in the quiet certainty of their hearts. Their commitment was one of peace, partnership, and a shared future, an unspoken agreement to face whatever came next, together. Anna discovered that true love isn't about finding perfection. It's about building a home in your heart, wherever you are, with the person who makes you feel whole. Her story is a gentle reminder that sometimes the greatest adventure is simply opening yourself to love, even when it means taking risks and leaving the familiar behind. And sometimes the life you're truly meant for is waiting for you in the most unexpected places, if only you have the courage to follow your heart.